Nick, I will ask you a question. Now that you've beaten it, and because you've completed the decks, right?
I did, yeah.
Okay. If they're assuming, obviously they're probably going to do another Legends game. This one, don't know the exact numbers, but it's sold like crazy. What areas do you want to see improve from this game to the next?
Yeah, so I was kind of thinking about that because I was wondering, like, would I want them to do it exactly the same, like kind of broken up into 5 specific areas? And like, I think that could still work in another game. I think the gameplay itself is pretty tight. I think there could be some improvements to actual player movement. Maybe just like even adding a jump button, instead of just a dodge roll, and kind of streamlining some of those areas. But I think the actual catching and battling is pretty good.
Yeah,
I think it's pretty solid. Obviously, if they can improve the graphics, that would be amazing. Like they're pretty bad. I mean,
yeah.
Compare, like, I was playing Final Fantasy VII earlier, and I was like, yeah, this looks a lot better. Like, I didn't really realize it, but yeah, this looks a lot better than Pokemon. And different games, different strokes, different scale. But yeah, I think improving the graphics, I think just streamlining some of the stuff. I know this is kind of a small thing, but your Pokemon boxes, just being able to organize it to some degree, nice. Like organizing like by level or by name, maybe by like rarity. I don't think that's an actual category, but just some sort of organization there would be really, really cool. But like, as far as the actual gameplay goes, I think it's pretty solid. Yeah. What about you? Do you think you have any improvements that you want?
Yeah, I definitely agree with everything you said. My biggest thing now that, after you go, through the different regions multiple times, I would really like to them just make. I mean, obviously there's Pokemon everywhere, but like they don't do anything. I would like for them to like actually live in their habitat, and actually you see them, like you can, I don't know if they have binoculars or something, but whatever the case is, like you can actually see them walking around and eating, and maybe digging holes or going through logs or climbing in tree, like something like
kind of like Pokemon Snap.
Exactly. So yes, and then I guess to go into the graphics thing, I mean, you're one of the richest game studios out there, and again, Breath of the Wild, a 5-year-old game, is looking way better than this. It's no excuse. It really is not. There's just no way that they. It's absolutely no excuse. Now they nailed. Yeah. I think they nailed just about everything else. I'm totally fine with the kind of the hub world. I think that was smart. I don't mind the different regions. Like I don't need to necessarily have everything flow seamlessly. I would like to have an option to swap between the regions without having to go back to the hub. That would be kind of nice.
Yes.
Especially when you're trying to clean up side quests and stuff like that. But yeah, the graphics as well. They'll have a pass for this game because it was so fun. Yeah. But the next one, it better look damn good. Yeah, that's not a make or break for me, by the way. Like I'll still get the next one because this one was so much fun, but it better look a lot better than it. Like there's like just the textures on it are like,
and like
PS1 like textures. It's really bad.
The models, like the Pokemon models, they look pretty good. The character models all look like, relatively okay, but God, those, the just the ground textures and rock formation textures, like they look like a PS1 game. They look like a Nintendo 64 game. But if that's the thing we're complaining about, and it's not just something wrong with the mechanics or the fundamentals of the game, I think that's pretty good.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean that's really all I can complain about. Just making it a little bit easier to swap between the regions, making the world feel more lived in. I mean, even the like the NPCs, they just stand there, and a lot of games do that. I understand, but like it's a really small hub. Like you couldn't have them doing stuff. Like even in like Ocarina of Time, you see them cutting wood or doing something. Like they'll walk around. They don't do. Nobody walks in this game. It's insane.
They're just
so yeah. It's Pokemon Company or Game Freak. So like you're going to get what you get. You know, they don't take a lot of risks, and they don't do a lot of animations in their games. So, you know, you get what you get.